Some recent data and research has looked at how COVID-19 and the coronavirus pandemic has impacted people's ability and willingness to trust in the news that they consume. What the Reuters Digital News Report from 2021 found is that overall, again, trust in news has grown on average by 6 percentage points, and this all happened in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic. But so that this increase reverses recent falls in average trust and is bringing it back to levels around those that were in 2018. So this increase happened during the pandemic. Finland remains the country with the highest level of trust at 65%. The U.S. has the lowest level at 29%. But what another survey found from 2020 is that while during COVID, overall trust in news seems to have increased, journalists still remain the least trusted source of information regarding the pandemic. So a majority of the population worldwide is saying it gets its updates from well-established national media in Brazil, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, South Africa, South Korea, the UK, and the US. But even though a majority of people are getting their updates through well-established national media, journalists still remain the least trusted source of info regarding the pandemic. Scientists are the most trusted source for information regarding the pandemic at 83%. Only 43% consider the media trustworthy when it comes to information regarding the pandemic. So that means media is less trusted than coworkers, NGO representatives, politicians, and what they would describe as a person like yourself. Here in Italy, an Italy-based firm looked at how likely Italians are to trust in media, and they did a survey in mid-March of 2020 during the pandemic, and what they found is that confidence in media was low. When they were asked whether the health emergency was being accurately represented by the media, 46% of people said that they do not think that it is. They do not think that it's being accurately represented by the media. 16% said that the coverage of the pandemic was balanced and transparent, and 31% said that government or health officials were portraying the situation more accurately than the media. A Spanish research firm found that during 2020 and during the pandemic, government approval ratings dropped to about 28%. And then that same research suggests that trust in media has been rising a little bit there in Spain during the emergency, with 54% of Spaniards saying they have a good opinion of the media when it comes to covering COVID-19 and the pandemic. In Germany, this survey also found that the coronavirus coverage, and this is preliminary observations, but it suggests that Germans were generally satisfied with the reporting on the pandemic, as if it was mostly data-oriented and led by legacy media. They were pretty happy with the coverage and the trust in the coverage when it came to the pandemic.